Hi folks, hope you're okay today. I've been reading this book and I'm a quarter way through it. It's called Religion, Human Fulfillment by Keith Ward, SCM Press, and he's a top academic theologian, Regius Professor of Divinity at the University of Oxford. I've enjoyed one or two things in this book that I've found interesting, but his chapter on religion and violence, the case of Islam and Jihad, to me shows you why you need to be a biblical theologian and not a wishy-washy modern wishy-washy theologian. In this chapter he talks about how jihad in the Quran is about self-defense, and that jihad is a spiritual thing, generally speaking, and that jihad in the Quran, when it does talk about violence, is self-defense, just like the Christian view of just war. I think this is the biggest revisionist kind of reading of an ancient text that I've ever come across. And you know, a lot of these academic theologians, whether they're Islamic theologians like Tariq Ramadan, or whether it be people like Keith Ward who are Christian theologians, they're watering down the reading of the Quran. The Quran, from beginning to end, is full of text of jihad. It's full of them. And these texts cannot just be said to be about violence in defense, in self-defense. There are some excruciating, horrible texts that advocate violence against other people. And no matter how much you try and explain it away as a modern Christian theologian or as a modern Islamic theologian, the fact remains that if you read the Quran in its context, it is not a peaceful book. It encourages violence, and not just violence in self-defense. If people want to prove me wrong, then I challenge any Islamic theologian out there, any Islamic apologist, to debate me on the Quran and what it teaches about jihad, and you will not win that debate, because the Quran teaches violence. If you want to prove me wrong, then make a video against me, or put your text under there, put your comments under here, and I would ask the Islamic theologians and Christian theologians who are watering down the Quran, trying to water it down with your sophisticated hermeneutical tools, just read the Quran in its context and simply, and you will find that what you're saying is dishonest, and you're just hiding the fact that the Quran is not a good book to teach people, because it's teaching violence. And I will put all the scholarship on jihad underneath here, and you can go and study for yourself what I'm saying, whether it's true or not. That's my view, that's my opinion when I've read the Quran. You know, there are a lot of jihad texts that cannot be explained away as modern theologians are explaining it away, and I will put you those texts under here, and I will ask every Islamic theologian and wishy-washy Christian theologian of the Keith Ward type to prove me wrong, and I can guarantee that you won't be able to prove me wrong.